to Sai Tejaswi Academy. So in the series of video classes on principles of management for CSE and IT students, we are seeing the unit 3, organizing. So we are seeing the first part. So second half we have to see in this video. In this video we will be dealing about staffing, human resource management, and many other things. So before I start the video, I would like to suggest subscribing for the channel and encourage your friends to view the video. And if you like the video, please press the like button and don't forget to press the bell button so that you get the notification for the further videos. Yes. Now we will start with staffing. So first of all, let us see the Kuhn's definition, Harold Kuhn's definition for staffing. So staffing is the process of acquiring, deploying and retaining of workforce in terms of quantity and quality to create a positive impact on organizational effectiveness. I have listed the keywords. You have to write the definition in the book as such. Kuhn's definition as such. So this is the definition of staffing. So staffing essentially means you take in people, you recruit people, you train them, with the necessary skill, you extract work from them, you motivate them to perform rather than extracting the work. We would call it motivating them to perform the work, and train them, as I told you, and assess their performance, review their performance within time to time. So this is nothing but staffing. So you take in the staff, you put them in work, you motivate them to work, you train them, you assess their performance, reward them suitably. That is the about staffing. So nature of staffing. So how the staffing will be in an organization. Staffing is an important managerial function. So in every video we have been starting the class with this chart. Yes. So planning, organizing, staffing. So this we are dealing with. Organizing and staffing is always dealt together. So organizing and staffing. This is the thing we are going to discuss today. We are in this stage now of the managerial function. So this is a very important managerial function, as I told you. It's a pervasive activity. It is present all through the organization. Continuous activity. So it is not just you start the company recruit. You will be requiring based on the vacancies that arises every year probably you may have to do this staffing activity. Efficient management of personnel. So this staffing essentially involves managing people. So this is aimed at efficient managing of people so that they work for you in a productive manner. Right manner, right job. So this is the essential of staffing. So as I told you in earlier class, we have to delegate work properly. So once we take the staff, we have to put the proper men at proper place. So the skill, we have to assess the skill of a person. So he is suitable for this department. We have to place him in that department. So that right man, right job. So characteristics of staffing. As I told you, delegate, execute. It's a creative activity. Human factor, pervasive, continuous. So delegate means what? To give work to the right work to the right person. Execute the work by giving it to the right person. Creative activity. Essentially, staffing is a creative activity. Human factor. So, human factor involves the staffing process will become routine activity, it will be like a machine-like activity if we don't consider the human factor. In the sense, we have to consider their background, their personal constraints, and then offer the placement in the department. So that is human factor. Pervasive, as I told you, it's all permanent, continuous activity. So that I told you already, it is all through the life of the organization, the staffing is going to happen. Yeah. So these are the characteristics. Now let us get to know the factors. There are internal factors, external factors, environment. Internal environment, external environment. So these are all the factors. Now we see the internal environment. Internally, whatever happens within the organization. So promotional policy. So whenever you go, you are in final year, if you go for an organization, probably the main thing you will be looking for is avenues for promotion. Okay, I join as a software engineer. What will be a team member? So what will be my next avenue? Next promotional avenues. So how fast I will be promoted and how quicker I can climb up the organization ladder. That will be one of your objectives of choosing an organization. Is it not? So that is promotional policy is an important factor in staffing. So future growth plans of the organization. So you would be as an employee when you complete your BE, you as an employee you go for an organization. You will be interested for your own growth as well as you will wish to be part of the organization which itself grows. So it is mutual. So you have to grow and organization has to grow. Is it not? So you will be looking for an organization which has scope for future expansion. So that is future growth plans of the organization. Technology used. So you are conversant with Java. So you are familiar with iron working environment platform. So is there any scope for that using that platform in that organization? You will be looking for. Yes. So that is the technology used. Support from top management. So always an employee will look for this factor in an organization wherein he will be much motivated to do work if he is supported well by the top management. So top management, if it is friendly or it is gentle, kind towards the employee, the better prospects of staffing. So size and image of organization. So an employee always will look for the size, cognizant, TCS, big company, image. So once I say TCS, you have a picture of how the organization will be. So it has an image. So size and image of the organization. The external environment, labor law. So in an industry, there will be so many labor laws. So for example, working hours. 8 hours you need to work. Employee cannot ask you to work more than 8 hours without pay. And he has to provide proper rest, proper lunch time he has to provide. He has to provide lunch facilities. So all these are legally enforceable in the company. He should not employ child in a. All these are there. So this is a very important factor, external factor. Pressure from socio-political group. So you are having a factory, for example, it is creating a disturbance to the residents. So those residents come and complain to you. Or even if you are located in an industrial area, if you are polluting the environment, society will come and complain, lodge a complaint against you. And always political influence will be there. So that is pressure from socio-political group. Competition, naturally. Competition from your competitors providing similar products. Educational standards. So for a job, what is the educational standards? For example, a certain college will employ only doctorates. Certain colleges will employ MEs also for teaching profession, I am telling. So similarly, so what will be the education standards the company will be looking for in an employee? So that will come in education standards. So other external factors are also there. So these are the things we have to look in initially for staffing. Okay. So now let us dig in further and see what will be the other concepts are there. Yes, now we will continue with the staffing process. So staffing involves some steps. Let us see what are the steps involved. HR planning, recruitment, downsizing, selection, orientation, placement, training and development, performance appraisal, compensation and benefits, safety, health. That leads, all these things leads to competent, high performing workers. Okay. Now HR planning. So for we are seeing planning in detail. It is similar, but this involves finding out how many, what is the need of people. So how much we need, quantity, in terms of quantity, quality, how much we need, what do we need, how much we need, for what purpose we need, all these comes under HR planning. So once in which department they may need to work, after we recruit, all this will come under HR planning. Recruitment, downsizing. So recruitment, downsizing. Recruitment is nothing but taking in people or downsizing. In some cases we may have to reduce the organization size. We have to reduce the number of employees. So there comes selection. So here I would like to explain very briefly. We will be explaining in detail about this in the next video. Recruitment, selection, two concepts are there. Both are taken to be synonymous. They are not synonymous. Recruitment is creating a large pool of candidates suitable for the job. That is recruitment. So in case of TNPSC, people are applying for group 1 position. 2 lakh people are applying. So large pool of applicants are generated. So that will be recruitment. Selection, on the other hand, you filter out the people by conducting entrance exam, select people, come for interview, you ask them to go through a process of interviews, various stages of interview. That is selection. So there's a difference between recruitment and selection. Recruitment is creating a large pool of applicants. Selection is conducting interviews, various written tests, and assessing whether they are suitable for the organization. So this is recruitment, selection. Orientation. Once the selection happens, we have to familiarize them with the company. Various departments in the company, various locations, where what is there, where is this department, where is that department, where production happens, where marketing people are sitting. So all these will come under orientation. And placement means you assign a particular staff to a particular department and ask them to sit there. Assign the duties and responsibilities of that particular department. So that is placement. Orientation, placement. So once they are given orientation, they can start working in the company. Once they work, we have to train them for the necessary skills required for the job. So that will be training and development. Then once they are trained, they can perform their job efficiently. So we have to know whether they are performing the job efficiently or not. We have to evaluate them. That is performance appraisal. We have to give them clear duties and responsibilities and discuss with them whether they are doing it in a correct manner or not. That will be performance appraisal. Compensation and benefits. So they are working, they are devoting 6 hours, 8 hours of their life to us, to the company. So we have to compensate for them, and we have to give benefits such as cab, we have to provide lunch, we have to Sodexo passes. All these come under compensation benefits, safety and health. So in case of industry, when they are working in a hazardous environment, their safety is very important. So we have to make sure they work in a very safe environment. The machine doesn't do any harm. The raw material they use doesn't do any harm. They adopt. They use gloves. They use protective shield if they are building anything. So that is safety and health. So all these things, if you do, it will lead to a competent, high-performing workers. So this is the entire staffing process. So as I told you, HR planning. So this we will see in detail now. Human resource planning. So before doing a planning, always we need to know about the environment. So we do the environmental scanning. So environmental scanning means, I am a company X doing this job, this function. This is my company objective, or I have vision, everything is fine. But when I go to recruit people, people will be looking for certain aspects in my company. So I have to look for the environment surrounding me, my competitors, what they provide. Do they provide bus? Do they provide a food court in their company? So that scanning, what type of perks they give, what is the salary they provide. So that will be environmental scanning. Corporate objective and policy. I always have my objective. For that only I am recruiting people. My objective has to be honored. It has to be attained. And I have my own policies which will govern the staff. They have to abide by my policy. Policy document will be there. Everything we have seen already in planning. So that is corporate objectives and policies. So this will constitute the HR progress. In this HR progress, we have two aspects. HR needs forecast, HR supply forecast. Two things are there. HR needs forecast, HR supply forecast. HR needs forecast. So I have to find out at the start of the recruitment how much people I need. That is HR needs forecast in terms of quantity and quality. Supply forecast, how much candidates will come for the interview. Means not exactly, but I have to have an idea. See, forecast means knowing before, right? So, I am recruiting IT students, computer science students. So, when they will pass out? When you will pass out of your BE, April, May. Yes? So, they will come out of April, May. So, April, May, if I conduct interview, I can get in more people. That will be supply forecast. Then I have to implement my whatever I have planned. I have to implement my HR functions. Then I have to evaluate my progress. Whether what I want to achieve in my mind while I was doing the planning, whether I am able to achieve it. That is evaluation and control. So this I have told you the steps. These can also be divided in various stages, phases. This will be easy for you to understand. Analyzing, forecasting, planning, implementation, evaluating. So these are the HR phases. So analyzing. So what is the information it's needed? How many employees? Quantity, quality, as I told you. Forecast. So this will always go hand in hand with this. This is classified like this. So I will be repeating some of the things which I already told you in every term. So analyzing will be find out what I need. Forecasting, demand versus supply. So HR needs forecast we did know. HR needs forecast, HR supply forecast. That will be forecasting. Planning, obviously. That is what we are doing. Implementation. So planning means what are the strategies, HR strategies I am going to employ to getting people. So implementation of those strategies will come under implementation. Evaluating whether I have achieved my objectives or not is evaluating. So these are the things which we need to take care, and we will continue with human resource management we will see about various concepts in that. So very important. So now till this, take a pause, press the pause button in the video, think about what you have learned and answer the following questions. Once you are done, resume the video. Now let us answer the questions. First question, define staffing. So you have to tell the Kuhn's definition for staffing. Question number 2, what are the steps in staffing process? So recall what you've seen in the video and answer these questions. Once you are done, resume the video. Now let us see about the job analysis. So job analysis mainly consists of job description and job specification. Very important from exam point of view. So try and do this exercise. Take a newspaper and try and locate an advertisement for a job opportunity. Okay, so advertisement for a position in a company. So you can see certain things asked in that. So try and correlate whatever you see with what I tell you now. You will understand better. And in a screen you will see an example also. You can see an example in the screen. So which will clearly tell you the difference between the job description and job specification. Yeah. So let us see first the job specification. So once there is an advertisement, first what you see, what are the qualifications needed for the job, what are the skills you require. So all these will come at the job specification. Qualification, experience, training, skills, responsibilities, emotional characteristics, sensory demands. So qualification, so whether I need to be a graduate or postgraduate or a doctorate. The experience, how many years of experience. Some may need fresher, some may need 10 years experience, 5 years experience, like that. Training, so whether training has happened to the employee, he is trained in a particular skill, or you are provided training, or training will be provided after the post, or just the skills. What are the skills that is required? For example, Java is a skill. So proficiency in a language, proficiency in working with the OS, all these will come as a skill. Responsibility. So once you are given the job, what will be you need to do? What will be your responsibilities? What will be your key areas where you need to be careful? So emotional characteristics. So certain examples, certain job like nursing may require you to be emotionally strong. Best example would be in a hospital there will be something called organ donation happening in some hospitals. So once a person is brain dead, you need to organ donation coordinator will be there. He will be coordinating with the relatives of the person who has undergone brain death, and they will be required to provide. They will be requested. They will be rather counseled to provide the organs of the person who is brain dead. So in that case, I cannot go straight away and ask the person, see, your person is brain dead, so give me the organ. No, not like that. It will not happen like that. So you need to, a person who is responsible for the job, organ donation coordinator has to go sit with them, participate, inquire about understand their emotions. First, he has to be emotionally stable, understand their emotions. They have to listen. He has to listen to them. What has happened, how it has happened, and what is the importance of donation. He has to patiently then tell. So he cannot go straight away open the topic of organ donation. So he has to counsel them regarding the procedures, etc. So that requires emotional stability, as understanding others' emotions is very important in those cases. And nursing also, the patient needs to be taken care in various aspects. So that is emotional characteristics. Sensory demand, a engine driver, a guard will require a vision. Even in the night, he has to have a proper vision. So certain mobility of hands is required in certain cases. Physical fitness is required in certain cases of certain standards. So all these will come under sensory demands. Hearing, God has to hear properly. So that will be the sensory demands. So all this will come under what? Job specifications. You have to understand very clearly. This will be job specification. What the candidate has to possess for the job. That is job specification. Job description. What he has to do in the company. What is the job all about? That is job description. Okay. If you listen to this, side by side you see the example I have given in the screen. You can see your own example. You will understand better. Job description, job title, job location, job summary, reporting to, working condition, job duties, machine, hazards. So, job title, assistant manager, general manager, chief engineer, system analyst, programmer, all this is job title. Job location, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, job location. Job summary. So, what are the, in brief, what is it all about? This job involves coding in this particular platform. This additional details about the job. So, this is job summary. Reporting to, he will be reporting to the project manager, GM, vice president. Reporting to, working condition. Working condition means certain places will require heat will be there, sound will be there more, and certain working conditions will be very pleasant. All these as you mentioned in working conditions. The nature of the job will come, what is the working hours, whether it is night shift or day shift, all these will come under working conditions. Job duty. What he has to actually do, perform, that is job duties. Machine, what is the machine? For example, I need to handle CNC. Okay, so I need to handle some sophisticated instrument with latest technology. That I need to mention. So hazard. So certain places ore extracting, metal extracting from the ore, steel industries. All this requires a place of very high temperature, and if a small mistake can lead to major accidents, loss of human life. So that is the hazard involved in the job. So these are the things, jobs, in the job analysis, job specification, job description. Think about it. If you have any doubt, discuss in the class with the teacher, or you can put in the comments. Now, job design. Job design will be job rotation, job enrichment, job enlargement, job work simplification. This I have put, I have listed out. You can write job design in the center, place 4 boxes for each, and then explain briefly about it. It will be a good presentation. So this subject is all about presentation. So you need to be careful with this. Job rotation. So imagine you are working in a company for 5-10 years. You are doing the same job again and again and again. How will you feel? You will feel happy? You will feel proud? You are doing the same job again and again and again. There will be a boredom. Is it not? So to change that, you will be shifted to another department. You will be given another type of job in the same department. So that will be job rotation. Suppose a person is been drilling for so many years, performing drilling operation. He will be given milling operation, or he will be given welding operation. So that is job rotation. Job enrichment. So job enrichment is being in the same position, related to the job, you are given additional work. Additional work related to the job to enrich the quality of the job, to increase to create interest in you for the job. That is job enrichment. Job enlargement is totally additional work. It's an extra responsibility. That is job enlargement. Work simplification. So there's a huge project. The entire project can be given to you. So that will be divided. Even your job will be divided into many parts and given to you. So that will be work simplification. So this is all about it. This is what I wanted to tell in this video. So now hope you can think about what you have learned in this part and answer the questions which follow. Also, I will be giving you various tasks. I will be telling it about to you with the following thing. So you have to identify the job description, job specification. I will be giving you tasks separately. Do that. It will be an interesting one. So hope you have liked this video. Please share, subscribe with your friends, like the video, and I am seeing a lot of participation. The number of views has improved. Thank you very much for that. At the same time, share among your friends a little more so that my aim is it should reach all. And kindly ask your friends to subscribe. You too, please subscribe. Don't see the channel without subscribing so that you get the videos continuously. So we are in the third unit. There are so many videos to come. Fourth and fifth unit. So we will be completing this unit shortly in the coming videos. Thank you so much.
Now answer the questions. So you see a job advertisement on your right side of the screen. So based on that, answer the first question. Refer to the job advertisement on the right. Identify job specification and job description. So you have to find out which is job specification, which is job description in this particular ad. Question number 2. What are the elements of job design? So try and answer the question, discuss in the class.